My name is Danielle Davis, and I read, write, and roller skate in Los Angeles. Welcome to This Writer's Life. As you know, on This Writer's Life, someone who I admire always comes on at the end of an episode to share creative advice with you. And that's so going to happen, so I hope that you'll stick around for that. But in the meantime, I would like to share with you 5 pieces of writing advice from my creative process that I hope are helpful to you in yours. My first piece of writing advice for you is to have a notebook nearby. Some writers or creators actually carry a notebook with them all the time because they want to capture any unexpected idea that comes to them so they can remember it. I like to keep a notebook next to my bed on my nightstand. That way, if I'm falling asleep and something unexpectedly comes to me, I'm able to capture it, write it down, and take a look at it the next day. So carry a notebook with you in your backpack or somewhere else. My second piece of writing advice for you is to take breaks from writing with movement. This might be playing basketball, it might be dancing, it might be drawing, it might be knitting a sweater. It could be anything that you like to do with your body. I find that I love to go on hikes, and I always have my phone with me because that way I can record a voice memo, because somehow, magically, when I'm hiking, ideas come to me, or solutions for a story problem that I'm dealing with, or the path forward when I don't know how to move forward comes to me. And so I suggest that you take a break from writing with movement, and that way that path forward or that solution or that idea might come to you magically too, because somehow that's what happens. My third piece of writing advice for you is to read. By reading, you inevitably absorb story and storytelling without even thinking about it. So not only is reading fun and an escape and sometimes an education, and also a way to create empathy by reading about other people and characters, it inevitably will help you as a writer because you will, without even trying, absorb story and storytelling naturally. My fourth piece of writing advice for you is to leave something in the tank, in your writing tank, for your next writing session. So what I mean by that is, let's say I'm writing a book, I'm writing a chapter, I'm writing a scene. When I need to finish for that day's writing session, I will always try to make sure that I know where the story is going next. So I like to maybe jot something down about what happens next, or what the next line is, or what the next scene is. So that way I leave my writing session knowing what's happening next. Rather than, if I don't know, sometimes then I'll avoid writing again because I'll be too scared and I'll be intimidated and I'll feel anxious about it and won't know what I'm doing next. But if I already know because I've left something in the tank, so to speak, then it gives me the confidence that I need to approach the next scene or line or whatever it is with more confidence and assurance. My very last piece of writing advice for you is the most important, and it's don't give up. Everything in the world that's been created that you admire and enjoy was created by someone who went through a lot of steps in the process that we don't really know about. But what I do know is that some of those steps had obstacles and a lot of hard work and setbacks. And I also know that if that thing exists, that person did not give up. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to share it with us and we wouldn't be able to enjoy it. So whether it is a piece of art that you enjoy that is a comic book, a graphic novel, a movie, a sweater, a lesson that your teacher has taught, a piece of pottery, all of those things were created, and all of them were created by people who didn't give up. So my hope is that you will not give up on your writing or on anything it is that you care about, that you want to create. And that way you can share it with the world and others can enjoy it. So please, please, please don't give up. Thank you so much for spending this time with me here on This Writer's Life. I hope that you'll subscribe or check out other episodes in this series. parents and educators, you're invited to visit my website where you can also sign up for my newsletter.
Hi, I'm Erin Entrada Kelly, and I'm the author of many books, including Hello Universe, We Dream of Space, and Those Kids from Fawn Creek. I have been writing since I was 8 years old, and something that used to happen to me a lot back then and still happens to me now is an influx of all kinds of ideas, and I wouldn't know where to go or where to start or what to write next. Do I finish this one story that I already started, or do I follow my creative muse and jump into this new story that I'm really excited about? My advice to you, if this happens to you, is follow your creative muse. Guess what? You may or may not finish that other story you started, but it doesn't matter because it's not a homework assignment. This is you feeding your creative soul and your creative spirit. So follow your creative muse wherever it wants to take you, and eventually you're going to find yourself inside a story that you cannot stop writing until you reach the end. One thing that has helped me feed my creative spirit is I always have a notebook with me at all times, just in case I want to jot something down. Sometimes I carry small notebooks like this, where I just write down questions or ideas or random thoughts. Sometimes I carry medium-sized notebooks like this. I also like to doodle in my notebooks. And sometimes I carry notebooks like this, which is where I usually write my first drafts of my novels or short stories. So follow your creative muse and make it easy for yourself to tap into your creative spirit by always having some means to get that creativity down. Happy writing!